In this video, breaking news. The moment that everyone has been waiting for, a possible Satoshi wallet has just sent a Bitcoin transaction. This wallet has been dormant since 2009. Basically, no one has moved these coins since 2009. And this is interesting. The coins in this transaction were mined in the very first month of Bitcoin's existence. This whale alert went completely viral as it was posted because many people are now saying that this was Satoshi. Now Satoshi has finally stepped up and is maybe going to reveal himself. And interestingly enough, this has put Craig Wright in a very, very sticky situation because this address is one of the addresses that Craig Wright claims he owns as Satoshi. However, he also claims that he has no access to these addresses. So I want to talk about this very interesting legal catch-22 situation that Craig Wright is now sitting in. And as soon as the news broke, we did see Bitcoin start to dump. The question is, will we see Bitcoin continue to sell off? And if you think that that sounds interesting, then I think that you should definitely watch this video. Hello guys and welcome to the moon. My name is Carl and I'm here to bring you this Bitcoin video. And we can see here that Bitcoin did get a dump where we saw Bitcoin go from 9,800 all the way down to 9,300 approximately on Coinbase. That was a 5% drop. However, if we take a look at Bitstamp, we can see that Bitcoin went from 9.8 all the way down to 9.1 approximately, but a very, very volatile move. And of course, for everyone who's been following my channel, we have been talking about this diamond pattern, and this diamond pattern is actually a reversal pattern. It's called a diamond top pattern, so the chance of us breaking down is slightly higher than to break up, and this time it looks like we did break down. And of course, like I've shown you before, the target of this pattern is all the way down from this point, and this would be $7,760 approximately. But personally, I don't think that we did see a very big breakout. I'm not entirely confident in a powerful move to the downside here, but we did break down, and basically this should be our target now. So this was a small bearish development in the small time frame. This is the 4-hourly time frame. If we zoom out onto the daily time frame, we can see that Bitcoin is still in an uptrend, of course, and I still maintain that as long as Bitcoin is above 8,000, I still think that Bitcoin is looking very healthy. If Bitcoin breaks below this level, then I think that we are probably going to see a bigger move down to probably $6,200. That region. That's where the 200 weekly is, and we've seen a lot of confluence in that area. And likewise, I would like to point out once again that 10.5k is the level to break for the bulls. So as long as we are in between these two major levels, I think that we could try to stay more neutral rather than overwhelmingly bearish or bullish. But as I've said, if we break above here, then we are looking overwhelmingly bullish. If we break down here, then we should really consider a much more bearish turn of events. Alright guys, but back to the 4-hourly here, there's another reason or another theory as to why this price dumped here. And it is this tweet here from Whale Alert showing us that some Bitcoin was transferred from a possible Satoshi-owned wallet, which has been dormant since 2009, to an unknown wallet. And just like this Whale Alert states here, the coins in this transaction were mined in the first month of Bitcoin's existence. That's extraordinary. The first month. This means that the guy who sent these Bitcoins must have been involved with Bitcoin, maybe even before Bitcoin was launched, but at the very least, when Bitcoin was launched in the first month. And there can only be maybe a handful of people, maybe 10, 20 people at the very most that were involved with Bitcoin in the first month of its existence. And of course, a lot of people started to speculate that this was the Satoshi coins, or part of the big Satoshi coins. But first of all, I want to make something very clear. It's not like we know exactly what coins belong to Satoshi. It's just speculation. But sometimes in the press, it would seem like we know exactly how many coins Satoshi have and where they are. People usually talk about the 1 million Satoshi coins as if we know exactly where they are and that there's only one address with these coins. But this is just not true. There are a few known Satoshi addresses, but we also know that Satoshi most likely used many different addresses, because this is something that he also was talking about online back then, that you should use different addresses, many different addresses, for privacy reasons. So everything that you hear online right now is just speculation. We cannot prove or disprove that this was Satoshi, but I do want to show you some of the evidence and some of the speculation that has been done by people that have a lot of knowledge about this time period. And first of all, we have Nick Carter here showing us a visual explanation of why this block is not believed to be Satoshi. So here we have a visualization of the Patoshi pattern with the block that was just spent. The blocks believed to be Satoshi have a specific pattern in the nonce which this block does not have. So looking at this, we can see this here believed to be Satoshi, not believed to be Satoshi, these green dots here. And here we have the block 3654 just spent. So basically, he is talking about how we can see that this is most likely not Satoshi based on this Patoshi research or analysis, or whatever you want to call it. And then we have Adam Back coming out and tweeting about this. And as you may know, Adam Back is maybe the most speculated about to be Satoshi. Many people claim that he's most likely Satoshi based on a lot of different factors. And actually there was a very famous video that popped up just a few weeks ago, or just 1 week ago, basically exposing Adam Back as Satoshi. You can go watch that if you want to. Personally, I don't know. I don't really want to speculate too much in who is Satoshi. But Adam Back says people need to chill. If Satoshi was selling coins, surely he would sell his most recently mined, and so most anonymous first. Plus, this Patoshi research is pretty much guessing. Probably he has less coins than people think, and you'll be doxing random early miners wrongly next. And then we have Tour de Meester also coming down, saying that nothing connects these coins to Satoshi. Also, the Bitcoin software generally tries to minimize change. This will result in big outputs being left alone in an active wallet that has smaller outputs. So it's possible that the author of this transaction has been frequently active all along, and their wallet just got around to spending this particular coin. And here we have another tweet by Nick Carter showing us here that early non-Satoshi mined coins are periodically awakened, just not frequently. So basically, this is not the first time we've seen someone move coins from early 2009. And if we click this image here, we can see that 2015, we did see some transactions that originated from 2009, early 2009. And then we also saw, well, the last time someone moved coins from way back then was back in 2017, actually. And then now, today, we had the latest one originating from this date. Is it possible that the same guy who sent Bitcoin from 2009, February the 9th, was the same guy who moved the coins today? Well, it's very possible because we have the same date here. But then again, like I've said, it's impossible to prove or disprove anything about this. You can make assumptions and you can make analysis, but basically we cannot use the blockchain data to give us any proof that this was Satoshi or not Satoshi. And here we have an article from Cointelegraph saying that Fran Finney and others denied moving these possible Satoshi Bitcoins. So, and basically Fran Finney is the wife of late Hal Finney, who actually passed away. And Fran Finney says that this is very odd about this recent transaction sent from a Bitcoin wallet. And she also says, quote, "These were not coins my husband mined, and we had nothing to do with this." And other people that were contacted, like Marty Malmi, also has denied that he was moving this Bitcoin. And we also see that Marshall Hayner Basically, everyone who Cointelegraph contacted, they deny that they were involved in this transaction. And funny thing, Craig Wright, he denies also transferring these Satoshi coins, leaving him in a legal catch-22. Well, because the interesting thing here is that this address that was just used for sending this Bitcoin is actually listed in Craig Wright's legal claim as one of the 16,000 addresses that he claims that he owns as Satoshi. The catch-22 in this situation is that Wright has denied in court he has access to the private keys to the addresses. So if he said he moved the 50 Bitcoin, he'd be in trouble. However, if someone else moved the coins, that would indicate the address does not belong to him, again leaving him in a potentially sticky legal situation. So basically, either he is not Satoshi because he didn't move the coins, and of course that's not what he wants to prove, or he did move the coins and he would also be in legal problems because he claims in court that he simply does not have access to these coins anymore. But if he just sent them, then of course he would have lied in court. So yeah, he's in a very sticky situation right now, and obviously he's not Satoshi. So it's just very entertaining to see him in this particular situation right now, because this has created a lot of problems for him because he has now this catch-22 situation. Basically, there's no way out for him here. There's just this catch-22 situation where both situations or both outcomes are horrible for him. And guys, feel free to go down below this video and leave a thumbs up, and also leave your comments. Do you believe that this was Satoshi? Personally, I'm just gonna have to say that I don't know. I don't know. Nobody knows. It seems maybe unlikely that it's Satoshi based on this Satoshi analysis that I showed you before. But then again, it's still impossible to say with any degree of certainty. So I would say that most likely it's not Satoshi, because if Satoshi wants to be anonymous, then just like Adam Back said, Satoshi would not move these coins, because this creates a situation where he gets so much attention, and essentially this could threaten his anonymity as Satoshi. So I think that if Satoshi wants to continue to be anonymous, then this is definitely not Satoshi. If Satoshi wants to now step out and say, this is me, I am Satoshi, then why not? Maybe Satoshi is going to come out and start selling a bunch of coins. And the other fear that people have is that even if this is not Satoshi, this could still be a bearish turn of events, because if someone starts to move coins from back in 2009, even if it's just 40, 50 coins, this probably means that this person has maybe thousands, probably thousands, maybe even tens of thousands of coins. So if this early miner has intent to sell, then of course this means that potentially thousands of Bitcoin could flood the market. Whether it's Satoshi's Bitcoin or not doesn't really matter. That selling pressure could still affect the price. But of course, it could only affect the price short term, not long term. There is no reason to be scared of a big dump leading to a prolonged bear market, because only short term price action, I think, could be affected, even if Satoshi sells his coins. Even if Satoshi sells his million coins, we could still only see price action be affected in the short term, maybe mid-term, but not long-term. It's just not possible. So even if Satoshi sells his 1 million coins, nothing fundamentally would have changed with Bitcoin. Bitcoin would still be the exact same creation today as the last week and 3 years ago. In fact, it's only getting stronger and stronger and stronger, and the only thing you can really do by selling is affecting the price. Nothing else. You cannot vote on Bitcoin, you cannot attack Bitcoin with coins, you cannot steal Bitcoins with other Bitcoins. You cannot do anything else than just dump your coins, and you're just selling to someone else who's going to pick up your coins for cheap. And also all of us other people will also get cheaper Bitcoin for a limited period of time as the price goes down when these Bitcoin flood the market. But this is it for this video. Please leave a thumbs up down below. Let's see if we can push this video to 2,000 likes. That would be amazing. And if you haven't seen this video, then click right there right now, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.